So an Android app is divided into three parts when developing application. The first part is called the front end, and this is what the user sees. This is with what the user interacts, the actual app. The second part is called the back end, and this is the code, the logic that we wrote, so that we, the developers, can see. And when building an Android app, what you'll do is you'll use the Kotlin code to interact with the resources. So you will have the code interacting with the UI components, with the drawable, with the layouts, with the values. This is what you'll do when you're building an app, as you'll see. Now let's take a look at the folder layout, because I want to talk a little bit more about what we have here. So let's open it actually from here. Let's hide the virtual phone because I don't need the virtual phone. And here we have the preview of the app. So we have a text view here in the center, and here we have a preview, but without the background and all of this stuff. So now we are adding widgets using the design mode that is selected here. And what that means is that we can take directly whatever widget we want, and you can add it, you can drag it here in the preview, and that is going to be showed in the app. So if I take this button and I drag it here, now it's going to be added here. Let's constrain this horizontally. So let's click on this circle. Let's drag that arrow. Let's drag this arrow on the right also, and let's also constrain it vertically. Now, I want this button to always be above the text view, and in order for that to happen, we need to drag this arrow from that circle to this circle of the hello world here. And now, as you can see by the guides that we have here and here, now our button will always be above the text view. Now, let's select the text view. So make sure that you click on the text view, and the text view is selected. And now on the right hand side, we have the attributes of our text view. So here we have the properties that can be changed. The first thing that you can do is that you can move this up or down from here, and this is interesting. What you can also do is you can change the width and the height, and you can click here to match constraint, and now the width will be as big as the parent layout, so it will touch the margins. So let's change it back to wrap content. And wrap content means that it will be as big as the content in it, and the content is the text. So if the size of the text, if it has a lot of text, it will be big. Then it will increase to match that text. So if I go down here now and I change the text, so I go down, I scroll, and I have the text hello world. So this is the text that the text view has. Let's go up because I don't know why it goes down. Let's select hello world. Let's select the text view. Now let's change this text to something else. So let's put some text here. Now, as you can see, this increased as the text that was added to it. So this is what wrap content means. So let's click back on the text view. Let's go down here and let's change it back to text view. So let's type here text view, and if it's not changing, just click here and it will change. Now we have text view, and this is fine. You can also add another widget. You can add an image here. So if I take this and I drag it here, I can put it here, and now it opened this drawable resources, and this allows us to pick an image because we drag there an image. So now it wants us to choose an image. So I'm going to choose this image and I'll click on OK. And now this image is added here, but so let's also constrain it horizontally first, then vertically. So let's push this down a little bit. Now if I want this image to always be above the button, we just drag this to our button circle here. So we drag that arrow there. Now let's push this a little up. All right. So what we did now here, we added a text view, a button, and an image view, and they are all added inside a constraint layout, and we added them using the palette. So using the widgets that we have here, we just drag them and we constrain them. we change their properties here on the right hand side. So this is one way to do the things. The second way, this is one way to add UI components. The second option is to go directly to code. And with the code you can achieve the same thing, but you'll have to type the XML code in order to have what you had previously. So now if I change this text view here, add the text view, because this is the XML code for the text view that was displayed previously. If I change this to hello world, and now if I go back to design, as you can see, the text now is changed to hello world. If I go to code and I go to the button XML code, and as you can see here, you have Android text, so this sets the text of the button. If I change this to login button, and I go back to design, now the text is changed to login button. And you can also add another attribute here, so another property. So I can type here all caps, and I press enter, and by default all caps is set it to true. So the letters, the text that is going to be displayed on the button is going to be uppercase. So let's not uppercase the text, let's pass false. So now if you go to design, now the text is not uppercase. So the exact same thing that we achieved using the design and dragging them here, changing their properties from here, you can do the same thing here. So you can add a text view, you can add wrap content, so how what's going to be the width, the height, you can make it visible, invisible, you can add text, you can constrain it. As you can see here is constrained, and all of those views, all of those that are here, the button, the text view, and the image view, are inside this constraint layout. This is the parent layout. And for the image, I think, so for the image, you have here tools, src compact, and this is the location of the image. So if you hold Control and press enter, actually it didn't open, but anyway. And you can also change the image here to another image using the XML code. Now, I'm gonna end the video and see you in the next video. And this XML that we have here, and also the design component, the code component, you can use either the code to add directly the code and to add properties to your widgets, to your views, to your UI components, or you can use the design. What you find more easy, that is what you should use. But I should add here now that because in Android things are changing very rapidly, they release something called Jetpack Compose, which basically eliminates completely this XML and the design, and we create our widgets, our UI components directly from the code. But you're gonna look at that in a separate, in a future chapter. So I'm gonna end the video now and see you in the next video. And if you find this confusing, don't be. It's normal when you see this for the first time. Play with the properties that we have here on the XML. So from the code, play with them with the design. Try to put another widget here to see what happens. Constrain it and so on, because this is how you learn. So I'm gonna end the video now and see you in the next video.